When you notice this, everything changes. Not next week, not when things calm down, not when you finally feel ready right now. Because the moment you truly see this, feel it in your bones, understand it at a deep level, you can never go back to living small, thinking small, or playing safe. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had that quiet moment, maybe late at night, when everything slows down and a thought creeps in? This isn't the life I'm meant to live. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's real. That feeling, that tension, that discomfort, that's not something to ignore. That's your potential trying to ignore. That's your potential trying to break through. And most people, they silence it. They scroll, they watch, they wait. That the few, the ones who change their lives, they notice it. They lean in, and that's where everything begins, because here's the truth that separates average from extraordinary. Your life is not controlled by your past. It's not controlled by your circumstances. It's not controlled by your patterns. What you do every day, what you tolerate, what you focus on, what you believe, that's it. And here's something powerful research shows, that about 95% of your behavior is driven by subconscious habits. That means most people are not consciously creating their lives, they are repeating them. Day after day, year after year, same thoughts, same fears, same excuses, and then they wonder why nothing changes. So when you notice this, when you realize that your life is just a reflection of your repeated patterns, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what am I doing that's creating this? That question right there, that's power. But let's go deeper. Have you ever noticed how your mind reacts the moment you try to step outside your comfort zone? You want to start something new, and suddenly your brain says, wait, what if you fail? You want to speak up, and it whispers, what if they judge you? You want to take a risk, and it whispers, what if they judge you? We want to take a risk. And it screams, stay safe, and it feels real, doesn't it? It feels logical. It feels protective. But here's what you need to understand. Your brain is designed to keep you alive, not to help you thrive. It's built for survival, not growth. So every time you try to grow, your mind will resist, not because you can't do it, but because it's unfamiliar. And unfamiliar feels dangerous. So when you notice that fear, that hesitation, that internal resistance, don't interpret it as a warning to stop. Recognize it as a signal that you're moving in the right direction, because everything you want, confidence, success, freedom, impact, lives outside your comfort zone. Let me ask you something powerful. What if the thing you're most afraid of is the thing that could change your life the most? What if that fear you've been avoiding is actually the doorway to your next level? What if that fear you've been avoiding is actually the doorway to your next level? Because think about it, every breakthrough in your life came from doing something uncomfortable. The first time you tried something new, the first time you pushed past doubt, the first time you refused to quit, that's where growth happens, not in comfort, not in certainty, but in action despite fear. Now here's another shift that will change everything for you. Your thoughts are not facts. Let that sink in. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm not ready, those are not truths, they are stories. Stories you've repeated so many times, they feel real. But you can change the story, you can rewrite the narrative. Because the moment you notice that you are the one creating your thoughts, you realize you have the power to change them. And then you put the why. And when you change your thoughts, you change your actions. When you change your results, and when you change your results, you change your life. This is how transformation happens. Not overnight, but in a moment of decision. Now let's talk about focus, because where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you wake up every day focusing on what's wrong, what's missing, what's unfair, you will feel stuck, you will feel frustrated, you will feel powerless. But if you shift your focus just slightly toward growth, opportunity, and possibility, everything starts to expand, because your brain is like a filter. It looks for evidence to support what you believe. So if you believe life is hard, you'll find proof. If you believe you're not capable, you'll find proof. But if you believe you're not capable, you'll find proof. But if you believe there's a way, if you believe you can grow, if you believe you can figure it out, your brain will start finding solutions. So what are you choosing to focus on? That one decision is shaping your entire reality. Now, listen, most people are waiting to feel confident, waiting for the right time, waiting for someone to give them permission. But confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is something you build through action. Consistent action. You don't wake up one day and feel ready. You become ready by doing the thing. By showing up, by trying part, by failing, by learning, by trying again. That's how confidence is created. And here's something you need to hear. Even if it's uncomfortable, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. No one is responsible for your success except you. And that's not a limitation, that's freedom. Because if it's up to you, it means you have the power to change. You don't need perfected conditions. You don't need perfected conditions. Don't need guarantees. You need a decision that says, I'm done waiting. I'm done playing small. I'm done letting fear control my life. Because the truth is, your life changes the moment you decide it does. Not when circumstances change, not when other people change. When you change, let me paint this for you. Imagine waking up with purpose, with clarity, with energy that pushes you forward instead of holding you back. Imagine becoming someone who keeps their promises, especially to themselves, someone who takes action, even when it's hard, someone who doesn't quit when things get uncomfortable. That version of you already exists. It's not something you have to create from scratch. It's something you step into by raising your standards, because your life is a reflection of what you tolerate. If you tolerate excuses, you get average results. If you tolerate fear, you stay stuck. If you tolerate mediocrity, you live an ordinary life. But if you raise your standards, if you decide that you will no longer accept less than what you're capable of, everything changes, your habits change, your mindset changes, your results change, because standards drive behavior and behavior drives outcomes. Now here's the moment that matters most. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now, because years from now, you're gonna look back on this moment and you'll either say, that's when I changed everything, or that's when I chose to stay the same. And understand this clearly. Regret doesn't come from failure, it comes from inaction. From knowing you had the chance, the opportunity, the ability, and you didn't take it. So don't let that be your story. Make a different choice right here, right now. Take one bold action, not 10, not 100, just one. Send the message, start the idea, make the move, speak up, show up, do the thigh. So NG, you've been avoiding, because action creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence, and confidence creates results, and results create a new identity, an identity of someone who doesn't quit, someone who doesn't quit, someone who doesn't wait, someone who takes control. So remember this, when you notice that fear is just a signal, when you notice that your thoughts are choices, when you notice that your thoughts are choices, when you notice that your patterns are shaping your life, that's when everything changes, not slowly, not eventually, but instantly, because your awareness shifts. And once your awareness shifts, your decisions follow. So make the decision, draw the line. Say it to yourself with certainty. This is where it changes. No more excuses, no more hesitation, no more waiting. This is your life. Take control of it, take ownership of it, take ownership of it, take massive action toward it. And then you put the why and become the person you know, deep down. You are always meant to be